have a presentation for us, or?
We thought we would just run our robot.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So in the beginning, when we set this up, we like to make sure that this is nice and tight. Otherwise, it will not complete.
Filter. It does filter, rain, and we call that run one. Yeah.
And then to set this up, we use this jig. We call it Maya's finger because one of my teammates' fingers always lines it up right, so
Yeah.
it's the same size as her finger.
Okay. Whose finger is it?
Maya's.
We've had some troubles with this arm. Yeah. So, well, as it drives forward, the arm swings out, and it pushes the filter in, like so, like that. And then, majority of the time. And then it hoofs under rain, and sometimes it just happens, like, not enough of the missions are completed, we'll usually run that again, because these are high-scoring missions.
And for rain, what we do is we have the two wheels wiggle back and forth, so that way it hooks underneath and then it shakes it, instead of just having a bar coming in from the side and pushing at it.
Matthew, do you want to try this one?
MO2 we have sort of put as a separate filler run if we need to go back to this, or if we have it any extra time if it hasn't been completed.
And then we also did this one as a separate mission because we were originally going to do it with run one, but then we decided to like line it up, it would be harder, so we just decided to come back to this.
Yes, it's a very quick mission.
Yeah.
So we just run it over and over. Well, normally it goes.
It ends up there?
Yeah.
And then
No,
it usually
normally
back.
it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally it does it like once in or twice.
Normally we do it 3 times to make sure that it does hit it down, and then we'll come back to ace. It's just sometimes it goes down a little bit too forcefully and gets caught.
Yeah. So we call this one run 2, and this completes fountain, type of place and type of move, and
We have this jig we like to call baton, and we use it to line up for when we are armed for fountain and pipe room. Yeah. I would mess up my directions when I'm turning this.
and then it drives forward and drops the water in the fountain. And we installed a small like half piece in the front of the robot right there. And this is to prevent it from running into the rail, the black rail, because it used to do that and then it couldn't complete any of the other runs.
What was that again? These wheels?
This way. Oh.
Yeah. You have the side right.
It's right here.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. I didn't see it.
Okay.
This small half piece, and it actually like prevents it from going and catching on that black
It
rail.
usually sometimes drives up, and then the wheels are off the ground,
And then it
and
just stays
comes
there.
back.
Okay.
And we actually had 4 or 5 different designs just for this arm alone until we found something that was sturdy but light. We had something that was all of these pieces and something that was all axles until we figured out something that would be able to both take care of the water and be sturdy during the turn and picking up the next
And we
thing.
also had some trouble with our motors, and as you can see, we re-geared these, and now they work a lot better. They're a lot stronger and
So
sturdier.
you're geared for torque instead of speed.
So how many motors do you have?
We have 2 small motors and 2 big motors. The 2 big motors drive the robot with the ball bearings underneath. The 2 small motors are made in a way that we can put on and off attachments.
Okay. And how many attachments do you have?
We have
3.
3 attachments.
Aiden, do you want to talk about a little bit about how we designed a robot starter?
Yeah, so when we designed the robot we took our robot from last year, we looked at it, we found the problems, because last year we had something similar like this, and we looked at the problems that we had last year, and we tried to improve upon that.
Okay.
Like this year, we decided not to use color sensors. because we decided that some of the color sensors weren't working as well, so we wanted to do more dead reckoning.
And our maximum from the board is 235 points, and that we're doing that all just with dead reckoning too. So, Ron, you want to come over?
So there are no other sensors at all?
Correct.
Yeah. And we originally, at the beginning of the year, had we had color sensors on it. And then we decided to take them off because we weren't using them.
And another thing we did to help design our robot was we originally thought for some of these that we would want to switch the weight onto the motors instead of on the ball bearings. But after we did that, we found that the robot we were running on had some issues, and so we decided to go with this way and keep the weight in the back.
And then we use this thing.
Have you run it on the tables?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get?
We had some problems with the well.
The well ran into the fire.
Yeah.
And then it broke.
Hey, that's good, right?
And we think that our robot is very durable. We think we could play football with it and it wouldn't break, but we haven't tried it.
Yeah, maybe after the season, huh?
Yeah.
And we have the well sideways because we found that if you put it the other way, it doesn't give as much accuracy as normal.
And you may notice that we're using the same jig for both run 2 and run 3. So what we do is there's an extra green part that we can snap on and off easily, and so it works for both runs, and so that way we don't have to have too many jigs.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we have some pieces that lock it in place so that it can't just fall off and come loose.
Here, you want to describe what it's doing for some Ron?
So this one goes forward, and then it drops the well in the circle. And then it turns around and says faucet this time. And then it strains there, but we kind of ran out of the time this season. But if we had more time, we would do slingshot and then water treatment.
And then normally a faucet, it would go forward and hit the faucet and come back out. And with this piece on this side, if it was the other way, we would just hit it and then it would pull it back. So we had to flip this piece around.
And also, when we come up here, we go full speed, but then we slow down so that this just doesn't go flying from the motion.
Nice and accurate on that turn. And we have a pretty high success rate of getting the entire well in the target zone.
And that's our robot.
So do you have any, who's programming?
Well,
All of us have pretty much programmed sometime during this year.
And we've also helped our new member, Ram. He's not done before, so we showed him how to program, and he's a technician.
and even outside out of LL, one of our team members gave them their own robot and taught them how to program, so that he was ready for us.
Yeah.
And the people that aren't necessarily programming, like we split up some of the runs by team for programming, and someone might program the first mission and then the second mission. And the other people were eyes on the table, so that way they could give feedback to the one person who could just sit on the table.
And some people just set up the robot to do the runs.
What is the biggest challenge that you face?
So far, I think the biggest challenge has been both Run 1 and Run 2. Run 3, near the end of the season, sort of decided to not work like we wanted it to, but Run 1 and Run 2 have always had its issues. Sort of like this, yes, Maya.
Yeah, I was just going to say that another challenge that we faced is kind of like time almost. We were kind of running out of time for our season, and we hadn't perfected everything yet. So we did add some extra meetings and stuff, and we kind of pulled it together.
Is it a school team?
No.
No.
And then if we did have more time, do you want to say a few?
Oh, yeah. Well, if we did have more time, we would do the slingshot and the water treatment, like I said, and then we would bring it back to base. And we would try to perfect the pipe replacement.
Did you have any strategy to the table, for the table at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, well, so what we do here.
Aiden, do you have that?
What we want to do is we want to try to group as many missions as we could together, and some of them, had a wide variety of attachments, and we wanted to find a way where we could combine multiple of them with using the same attachment. Like for here, we do fountain and pipe removal with the same attachment. So that was something that we were looking to do, where we could try to combine two missions with one attachment.
I really like that, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
We tried to do the ones that would get us the most points with the least level of difficulty too.
And that we're closer to base.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good time out there and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.